channel. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, today is Wednesday, so it's Wednesday weight update. I weighed in at Jenny Craig this morning, and this is the third weigh-in after a weight loss week. I've had 4 weigh-ins, which was my initial consultation. So I'm going to talk about what I did this week, what I didn't do, and tell you how much I weigh at the end of the video. So I am struggling again with eating the food. So I went to see my consultant this morning. I'm now seeing Tammy because Nita is at uni, so her days are juggled, so I can't see her. So basically I'm seeing Tammy, who's lovely. And I was saying I'm really struggling to eat all of my meals. So I'm really struggling to eat the snacks. Like for instance now, it's 1:15 in the afternoon and I've just had my breakfast. So I haven't had breakfast when I should. I haven't had my mid-morning snack, and I also haven't had my lunch. I've had like a fruit and nut bar, which was supposed to be my breakfast. So that's because I was rushing around this morning. I didn't get myself organised, and basically I'm just slack, and I'm finding that my stomach shrunk and I'm not hungry at the moment. I don't know why. I think it's partly the weather. I'm really struggling to eat all the food, and it's a bad thing because this is a calorie controlled diet. I'm on a specific amount of calories, kilojoules. I'm on 1,500 calories a day, which I think is 6,400 kilojoules. And my next drop in kilojoules doesn't happen till I reach a specific weight, and that is a hell of a long way off. So I need to maintain this. Otherwise, when I do drop down to the next lower calories, I'm not going to notice any weight because I'm already at that at the moment because I'm skipping meals, so it's not good. So there is a way around that, so I'm going to talk about that now. Now, in terms of changing my meals so that I can eat everything, I'm finding sometimes there's just a lot of food. For instance, one of the breakfasts, there's a hazelnut and almond cereal, half a cup of milk, a slice of whole grain toast, avocado, 2 slices of ham, and 1 tomato. Now that is a lot of food for me. And then my morning snack is 1 fruit serve and 1 cup of yogurt. So I can change that. I can look in the book and find something that corresponds. So instead of having all those different things, I can find one thing that corresponds with the calories and the kilojoules and swap it so that I'm eating maybe less different things but the same amount of kilojoules. So I can swap that and change that around. So that was really handy. So Tammy taught me through that. I hope that makes sense. I hope I explained that correctly. But I am really struggling, and it's just, I'm getting more energy and I do feel better, but I'm really, really struggling with all the food. So that's one thing that I did notice this week. Another thing was my husband and I went out to Woodend for just a day, and we went to the local brewery. Can't remember what it's called, but I had nachos and a cider. So I normally would scoff the entire bowl of nachos. I'd scoff that down and leave nothing on the plate. This time I probably had less than half. I didn't even think about the cider. I'm not a big drinker at all, but my husband wanted a cider, so I went and ordered him one, and I said, right, what have you got cider-wise? And he said, we've got this and this. And I said, right, I'll have both. So 1 for him, 1 for me. I didn't even think about it, so I ended up having a small glass of cider and less than half of the nachos. So then I sort of skipped my snacks to make up for the calorie count for all that sort of stuff. So that was how I worked that, and I was probably less calories than I should have been anyway because I've been skipping my meals, which isn't good. So you can do that, but you've just got to be very mindful of what you eat, and you can't do it too many times in a week. I think you're allowed 2 sort of free meals, not free meals, but where you change away from the menu. I think you can do that twice a week as long as you're careful what you eat. So I did that, and it didn't affect me in any way. I did lose weight, and then I lost a nice amount again this week. So that was really handy. I was happy with that. So it's nice to know that I can go somewhere and I can have a treat once in a while as long as I'm careful and I'm cautious of my calorie count. If you do read my blog, you will have known I have dusted off my exercise bike, and I'm using that when it's too hot outside to go and exercise. I melt. If you follow me regularly, you know I'm not good in hot weather. Even if it's like mid-20s, I start to melt. So I can stick the exercise bike in front of the TV, have the aircon blasting, pedal my little butt off, my large butt, and do it in the comfort of my own home. Then I can go and have a shower when it's too hot outside, so that's really handy. I'm going to try and keep this quick because I know I have a habit of blah, blah, blah. Clothing, I am at the point now where, for instance, this t-shirt, I've never worn it before and I'm not standing up to show you. I am going to do some photos next week. I'll touch on that in a minute. But this t-shirt is a good size too big, so I'm starting to look really sort of like I'm wearing sloppy clothing. And I don't feel good this week. Don't get me wrong, I've lost weight and I feel great about that, but I'm just now, like, I've got a thing on my nose which wasn't a pimple. I cut the skin. I'm just looking at myself and I'm feeling a bit down this week, and it's nothing to do with the weight loss or the meals that I'm eating. It's just me. I'm having a bit of I feel like crap, I look like crap. I think I haven't lost enough to feel comfortable in a size down in clothing, although realistically I am a size down, but everything I'm wearing I feel sloppy in. I don't feel comfortable. I feel a bit just not right. I don't feel myself. I haven't had much sleep last night because my darling husband snores, so that's probably why I'm feeling a bit grotty. But in terms of my weight loss and my measurements and that sort of thing, I asked Tammy today, now you only measure once every 4 weeks. So I took my initial measurements. So next Wednesday will be my first measurements to see how much I've lost around my body. And I know I have, particularly around my waist and even my boobs, which is a good thing because they've got like their own postcode. I have lost some. I'm noticing my bra is a little bigger. I've lost some around my waist. My stomach is a lot flatter. And that's amazing. Now, so next week I'll have my measurements, and I weighed in and I've lost 1.1 kilos this week. I'll pop that in pounds on the bottom of the screen now. So that is a total of 5.4 kilos in 3 weeks that I've lost. So I'm super happy about that. I'm just looking at myself, I just feel a bit there. I don't know, I think it's the clothing. I don't know, I can't explain it properly. I just don't feel comfortable this week. I'm just feeling a bit, just generally not happy with myself. I'm, just a bit down, I guess. In terms of my skin, now, as I said, that wasn't anything there. I actually cut my skin open with my nail, and now what's happening when I wear glasses, it's actually brushing against this, so it's caused it to bleed. So I've got this big thing on my face. My skin, in terms of, I'm just looking at myself, sorry guys, I am looking at you, but I'm just trying to describe my skin. In terms of my skin is overall, it's a lot clearer. I haven't had many breakouts. I did have there's a little one there. I'm still detoxing a bit. And then my mouth, last week I talked about like a feeling in my mouth, like a dry, nasty taste. That is going away slightly. It's worse in the mornings when I first wake up, you clean your teeth and I can still taste the detoxing, so that's still happening, but it's not as bad. And then the only other thing, I'm finding water. I'm craving water now that I'm drinking a lot more water. I want it a lot more, so I've got to make sure I take water with me everywhere I go, otherwise I have to go into a supermarket and buy some more. So in terms of my weight, I'm super happy that I'm losing weight. It's coming off really nicely. I've got a hell of a long way to go, don't get me wrong. I've still got like another 40 kilos that I'd like to lose. But I'm just not comfortable this week. Tired, grouchy, But my whole experience with Jenny Craig so far has been absolutely fantastic, and I did swap my menu items. There are a couple of things that I didn't like this week, so I was able to swap them for something else in the right food category, so that was really handy. So it's all in the freezer downstairs and ready to go for next week. So I will have a blog post up in the next couple of days. Guys, if you have any comments or questions for me, pop them in the comments box and I will get back to you. If you've got anything that you want to ask me about Jenny Craig or weight loss or anything like that, let me know and I'll get back to you. As I said, I'll pop all the links to Jenny Craig in the description bar below. Thumbs up if you like the video, guys, and please subscribe, and please check out my blog as well, because I update in a slightly different way on my blog. I talk about other things. I am going to touch on my husband and his chocolate eating on the blog, so go over there if you want to see what he's been up to. So we've got to work on him because he's a lot of chocolate. Okay, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.